Alright, what's up YouTube? My name is Chirag and today I'm going to be unboxing some fish. Ta-da! Yeah. Alright, so we got 3 fish in this box. We got an albino gourami. Let's take that out. Bam! Well, that's quite big. What else have we got? We have got a little red-tailed catfish. Bingo bango. Don't know if you can see that very well. Absolutely gorgeous. He is a bit stressed out, so his colors are faded. That should come back once we've acclimated it. And finally, I've got a Thai silk flower horn. Yeah, very stressed out. But we shall see how these guys do. I will drip acclimate them for the most part. They come from a different part of the country, and so it is better for me to drip acclimate them. If these fish were coming from my local pet store, I'd just sit them in the tank and then I'd leave them in for about 45 minutes and then I'd put them in the tank. So, let us get started. So I have a handy one of these. As you can see, they've got more than one nozzle sticking out of them, and what you can do is you can siphon the water from your tank and then attach up to 5 drip acclimators, which is excellent, especially when you have plenty of fish. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll pop them in the tank, and we'll come back in a couple of hours and check out how they're doing. Okay, so it's been about 45 minutes they've been sitting here drip acclimating, and I'm going to try and put them in the tank. Forgot this downstairs, so I just went to go get that. This is a very important tool for me and some other people, because I use it to prop my lid open, like so. Okay, now what are we looking at? Ignore that, that's fine. So first thing to go in will be the albino gourami. Okay, now let's see how we do this. It's not the easiest thing in the world trying to record and put a fish in a net. Shout out to all those people out there who do this. Okay, let's try not to pinch it. And I feel like I'm going to get water everywhere. Nope. Alright, this is a jump up. Okay, let's put you in straight. And that's the gourami out. Lovely. Okay, that was the bigger of the worry. It's the jumper. Okay, now on to the next. Next one will be red tail, yeah, okay. Look, see what we can see. It's fairly big. Very nice fish. Okay, let's put him in. And there he goes. Don't know if you can see that very well. I know it is dark. I will, once these guys have kind of taken their time, gotten used to the tank, I will turn on the lights and we can look at them properly. And the final fish is the flower horn. I know a couple of people will be saying, why are you putting a flower horn into a community tank? I'm trying it out. It does sometimes work. It depends on their attitude. Knowing my luck, it probably won't be that nice fish, but if that's the case, I can always put it into one of my other tanks, clear them out, and make room for this guy. My main worry at the moment is actually... Oh, look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Very small fish. Hopefully it's a male. I mean, I'm not really fussed in terms of if it's a male or a female as a flower horn. For me, I just really like this color when I saw it online, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and get this. It's not even in center frame. So yeah, that's just an absolutely gorgeous fish. Yeah, so like I said, my biggest worry is the arowana. I don't think it is big enough for the arowana to eat, but if it is, I'll keep an eye on it. So let this guy go out, and I'll give it a couple of hours, let them acclimate. to their environment, and once they are ready to have the lights on, okay, this guy doesn't want to leave the net. He will take a bit of coaxing. Yeah, I will put on the lights and show you how everyone else is doing. Okay, so we're back. It's been a couple of hours and the fish have had time to acclimate to their surroundings. So we can see the giant albino gourami, the little flower horn just behind it. We've got my spotted gar, who's got a broken back. I am doing a separate video on that just to do an update. Silver arowana as present. Little Beischer down here, that's Sammy. And for anybody that's wondering, the net thing at the back just there is sort of just a bag to hold these Evolution Aqua little balls. Pretty much you just put them in after you do a water change, bacteria in them, which help to get rid of any of the extra waste, and also they help to clear up your water. So I use them once every 2 weeks just to help keep this tank on track. And we've also got the red tail. We have, so if I'm not mistaken, this is the red tail that we've added in today. And the red tail that I have originally is smaller, not by much, but it is the smaller of the two red tails, but it's also the more aggressive one. So it has been chasing the new red tail around, and hopefully the aggression will die down within a couple of days, hopefully overnight. But yeah, see, it just... usually he is quite lazy, and at the moment he doesn't seem to be quite happy that we've added another red tail. But that is that. More importantly is the flower horn. I don't know if I said this already, but people often keep their flower horns in separate tanks, and I am doing it as a community fish because for me, the flower horn wasn't really a fish that I wanted. I just saw this, I saw the colors on it, and I was like, wow, I have to have it. So I kind of just got it on a whim. I do have a separate tank for it just in case it does get aggressive or if it gets picked on by any of the other fish. My biggest worry is the silver arowana up there, or one of the red tails. Oh, look at this, look at this. The red tails are having a disagreement at the moment. Or one of the red tails trying to eat it. So, because I have seen the new red tail chase after it a bit, but I think it was just hungry. I did feed it, and it just seems to be fine. If we take a closer look at the flower horn, you can see it has red eyes. So from what I've read, it having red eyes means that it comes from a red dragon, if I'm not mistaken. One of the parents is a red dragon, or somebody somewhere in there was a red dragon. And that means that it is fertile. I don't know if it's a male or a female. I have hedged my bets. But like I've said, flower horns weren't really a fish that I was interested in particularly. It's mainly because of the colors of the fish that I was really drawn in by it. And so I thought, I'll just get it. I'm not really fussed if it's a male or a female. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I really am excited to have one, though. I do think they're very personable fish from what I've seen, and I would like it to be personable and chase it around with your fingers, and it's unresponsive at the moment. Let's just hope it's not too aggressive, because I think it has gone up with the arowana, and I am a bit worried about those two getting along. The arowana is bigger, so hopefully the small flower horn here isn't going to really do anything to it or try anything, because I don't want it to get all beat up. And I'm also kind of worried how it's going to treat the gar, because the gar is... I think it has a broken back, so it's fairly immobile, so it might get picked on, but we shall see. I will keep a close eye on this tank in the next few days, and hopefully things will get sorted out. A bit stressed out at the moment because of the gar, but it's what can you do. And going to the albino gourami, it is fairly big if you look at the tank. The tank is only 30 gallons. Well, actually, it doesn't look as big on camera, but it is pretty big. I mean, these fish, when they get skittish, can dart around the tank, and there's not a lot of space, really. And so downstairs, I do have a 5 foot by 5 foot pool pond thing, tank, whatever you want to call it. Inside, I've already got a giant gourami. I have another silver arowana, which is much bigger than this guy. I have 6 paku, which are probably around the size of this albino gourami. Some are smaller, some are bigger, some are the same size as it. So when he gets too big, he will be going in there. So we will just see I would like to keep it in here for as long as possible. I do like looking at this gourami, and it is smaller than my current gourami, and I have heard that gouramis can fight as well, so we'll see what happens. And for the red tails, depending on how they treat the flower horn, they might be going in there a bit earlier. There's nothing that can really pick on the red tails in that tank. Fair enough, the fish are much bigger than them, but red tails will probably put on a lot of size within a couple of weeks, and they probably won't have any problems there. So yeah, we will just take a look at who's swimming about at the moment. You can see the bichir at the back. That is the first fish I actually got for this tank. So what happened was I really wanted a gar, hence the gar. And I ordered it online because you can't really get them in the UK as easily as other fish. Actually, to be fair, a lot of these fish you can't really get that easily. You just have to go online and find a good supplier. So when I ordered the fish, it got delayed because I ordered it around Christmas time. And so this tank was kind of sitting here empty. So I went to the fish store because I love to go there anyways. I will take you on a tour one day when they opened. COVID-19, whoop whoop. I will take you there and I will show you. And I went there and I saw this guy at the back. He's, if you can see his little head poking out. Yep. So I went and got him. He was tiny. I will put a picture in so you can see how small he was when I first got him. And I think within a couple of weeks, he seemed a bit lonely. So I bought a pacu, a red belly pacu. Unfortunately, he passed away after 3 or 4 weeks. I don't know what happened to him. And within these 3 or 4 weeks, I got the silver arowana. By this time, the gar had still not arrived. Yeah, it took quite a while to get the gar, actually. It was supposed to take about up to a week. It took just over a month. Not fun. Finally got the gar, so he is the reason why I got into monster fish, I guess. I've always wanted monster fish, but never really had push for it until I got the gar, and then I was like, well, if I have the gar, I have to get a bigger tank, and that is the plan. I really like this gourami. I don't know if you can see, but on the bridge of its nose, it has this yellow goldeny tint. I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing, but if it is a good thing, I really do dig it big time. When I got my first albino gourami, I was kind of disappointed because its eyes were red, so when you tried to take a picture of it, anything, it showed up with these big red eyes. This one has black eyes. I'm not sure if it comes up as black or red on the camera, but in person it comes up as black, and I really did want that in my first one. So this is the little dynamic at the moment going on. So yeah, this is more or less just a grow out tank. This is the baby predator tank. They will then go into the junior predator pool, and I am going to get a 6x2x2 tank, so that's what, 100 gallons, 600 liters, roughly, something around there, to house these fish in. Oh, let's see, look at that, yeah. So this is kind of what is stressing me out at the moment, is the gar. Like I said, I don't want to say too much in this video. I will put a separate video on the gar's update. Going back to what I was saying. Yeah, so I'll be getting a 6x2x2 to put all these fish in. And I will still have the predator pond, so there is plenty of swimming space for them. There'll be plenty of space for all these big guys to go. And eventually, once we've done the floors and everything, we'll have a bigger tank to put everything in. But yeah, that is my tank for the time being. Alright, I've waffled on for too long. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.